What up, y'all? So I am, but I'm not. I'm kind of riding solo today because I'm going to be working on some stuff here at the house since, you know, we're used to doing all those videos out there and it's kind of getting stale just doing the same old stuff. And plus there's other content that we want to put out for y'all. I've got a couple body parts here. They need help. We've had them out there for I don't know how long, and they just, it's almost like they're getting wasted. So we're gonna try to reuse them, repurpose them, and make them worthwhile. Who knows, we'll use them in a room maybe, or depending on how they turn out, we might actually let our actors use them. So I don't know, let's see what we can do.
Welcome to Kentucky.
All right, so here's some of the body parts. They're not horrible, honestly. I mean, like, they're bad, but they're not.
I think those were. I think that these body parts here.
Yeah.
Came from the reject pile.
Got you.
Because they made their own props.
Yeah.
Before we took over the hunt, they made their own props, and I think these are the rejects because it's in such a dark room that they didn't even really go into detail on painting them or anything.
Right.
So,
all right. So.
I think that's what it was.
So this is just some of the basic stuff that I was gonna need. We went and got some flesh colored latex paint, which I'm gonna base coat everything with that first. And then, listen, this might not be the smartest way to do it. It might not be the right way to do it. It's not gonna be the wrong way to do it. The thing is at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun and trying your stuff out, just go out there and try it.
You got it, dude.
So I've got cheap acrylic, of course some gloves, little things for texture, brushes of course. This is just so I can clean up some of it. Typically you would use different types of knives. I think that steak knives, because they've got the ridges on it, actually help. And then scissors, in case I need those, so. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start off with this one. I think this is the one that I've decided. Because this one, I mean, it does need a lot more help because some of the fingers are broken.
Yeah.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
I'm talking to the video. but yeah, like I said, this one does need a lot more help. So this one is one of those that I just want to go airplane mode on. And then this one, I'm gonna actually have to put a little bit more thought into it, because if you look at the end down here, how it's so round and smooth, I don't like that at all. I want it to be gory and puffy and nasty, so I'm gonna throw some gloves on and get this one basically primered up with the latex, and then let that dry, and then we'll go to the actual fun part. All right, so like I said, I didn't like the way that looked, so kind of roughed it up, made it look nasty, and now I'm gonna put that latex base. now I've got the latex on there, just the base coat, and honestly, you don't have to wait super long. Just make sure that it's nice and tacky. That way, the next layer that I'm going to do is more so like the shadows layer before I put the actual detail onto it, and I don't have to have it completely dry to do that because it's just a preference thing.
A few moments later.
Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfectly dry, just dry enough that you can work with a little bit more. With these, because they are going inside of the haunt, I'm not going to do too much shadow, because at the end of the day, we're a slaughterhouse, so it's going to be more gory than anything. So I'm just going to basically go through around the palms and stuff and just give it a little bit of difference in shade of skin, but it doesn't have much more to go. So this will be painted like later on because I'm going to do more red up here. So, all right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I've got some airbrush paint, and I'm going to just give it a little bit more detail. I'm going to do just a few veins, stuff like that. Half of these people won't see it, but at the end of the day, I know that it's there. Okay, so now that I've got the base of my details that I've got on, I'm going to go to the end again. I'm going to darken up some of that, probably darken up some of the hands, and to be honest with you, it's getting really close to actually putting the permablood on it. And yeah, that's the nasty, gloopy, gloppy stuff that's going to really bring it all together. It's the gross.
It's a world of difference, bro. Like, do a show side by side.
Okay, now, last step is the one that makes it. That's the permablood. Being out where we're at, honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to just dipping it in, but that's expensive. Kind of like a demented Bob Ross. Happy accidents.
Wasn't you one of those?
Got him!
Yeah, exactly. Hair follicle. blows. Come on. Upset? Are you upset at me?
No, just a failure.
Alright, so on the original video, I forgot to do an outro because we was on a time crunch. So, that being said, I'm just going to finish it here. And if you haven't already, make sure that you like, you subscribe, and
Hit that little jangle thing.
jangalang, jangalang.